समारम्भां नाथयामनमच्छमस्मिताचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां यो नित्यमच्युतफलं विजयस्मरुक्मव्यामोहत तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोः भगवतः वज्रदेकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य शरणं प्रपद्ये मातापिता युवतेस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं इति विनिमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यशनकुलपतिरुकटाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदिङ्घ्नं समाविमूर्ध्नः भूतं शरश्रीमदाख्यभट्टनाथः श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखर योगिवाहानुभक्ताङ्गरेणुप्रकालिनमिष्य श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमणिं प्रणतोऽस्मिनित्यम् ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो अस्मत्परगुरुभ्यो सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः अनादिशगोपैतीन्द्रदष्टमलक्ष्मीं सुमशेखरकर्णिकपात्रं श्रीरङ्गवीरभ्राक्षरगोपतुजं वेदान्तदेशिकमपविज्ये श्रीमती श्रीमञ्चरगोपश्रीवेदान्तदेशिकिरीति नमः देशिकाय नमः. Where there is no old age, where there is no disease, and where there is no rebirth. It is like people studying history. People studying history will always be this thing. Ashoka was great. He planted so many trees on the roadside. Ashoka built so many rest areas for the people to relax. History should not be read like that. Can I get out of this life and death and create history? Instead of reading the old history, the past history, can I create a new history by showing a practical way how to get out of this mess instead of trying to understand how all this mess came into existence? It is a never-ending problem. Every one of us got into this mess through various channels, some with their negative thinking, some with their negative words, some with their negative actions with the body. Through the mind, we can acquire karma. Through our speech, we can acquire karma. And through our body, we can acquire karma. Therefore, our effort should be how to create a new history to get out of this unfortunate planet called material universe. If we are here, again the same misery. And that is where the Maharshis, with their, those days they lived for thousands of years. They were not worried about themselves. They were worried about all of us. That's why they kept on meditating to know the truth. Everyone gave a particular solution. But Bhagavan gave this solution. Krishna, the eternal solution, the guaranteed solution. That's what he said, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja. Aham Tva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Mashitaha. So let us follow the best of the best solutions, and the success is guaranteed. Reena, go ahead. Reena, no questions? Reena?
Narayana Swamiji. You have any questions? Hema?
Swamiji, when God counts our sin, who will count God's sin?
Oh, that is a mistake, man. God will never make a mistake. Bhagavan means Krishna. Krishna never made a mistake. Bhagavan is Rama. Rama never made a mistake. Narayana never made a mistake. That is why he is beyond judgment. Because he is a perfection personified. Perfection personified. Even Rama is the only one who gave the freedom. Just as this little girl asked, if we make mistakes, God will keep counting. If God makes mistakes, who will count? Right, Hema? Is that what you asked?
Yes, Swamiji.
So people, Rama gave the option to the people. As a king, if you make mistakes, I'll punish you. If you do good things, I'll reward you. But if the king make mistakes, who will judge him? Rama is the one who gave a open authority to the people. You are my judge. Whatever you judge, I will follow. But the people misjudged Rama. They could not understand the highest level of dharma Rama followed. They misjudged and told Rama, you should not have accepted Sita abducted by Ravana. Because Rama promised you are my judge, Rama had no choice but to send Sita back to the forest. So, when human beings try to judge Rama, Bhagavan, we make more mistakes because Bhagavan is beyond mistake. Now, same Srikriti or Pritika, say one good verse, Rama is beyond mistake, Krishna is beyond mistake.
Namam karmani limpanti name karma.
Exactly, Namam, good ra, good ra.
Anaditvat nirgunatvat is also.
Exactly, the wonderful ra Srikriti. మీ అమ్మకు చెప్పేసి నువ్వు ప్రీతిక మీరు అందరు రాదా నా దగ్గరకు వచ్చేసేయండి రా ఎందుకు రా అక్కడ ఉంటారు నా దగ్గరకు వచ్చేయండి మనం హ్యాపీగా ఉందాం ఇక్కడ గుడ్ అలా నేర్చుకోవాలి భగవద్గీత దట్స్ హౌ యూ హావ్ టు లెర్న్ భగవద్గీత గుడ్ నమాం కర్మాణి లింపంతి నమే కర్మ ఫలే స్పృహ actions will not taint Krishna because Krishna is not interested in the results of those actions. We are interested in the results of our actions, so they are tainting us. Anaditvat gunatvat paramatmayam avyah sharirastopi kaunteya na karoti na lipyate. Even though Narayana has accepted a human form as Rama or Krishna, still karma will not affect him. Unfortunately, people did not understand Bhagavad Gita. They were ready, they never studied. They started creating local Puranas, Sthala Puranas, and started propagating story after story. Ravana was a Brahmana. Rama killed him. Rama got Brahmahatya Patakam. Therefore, to overcome that, Rama did Shiva Pratishta. It is very clearly mentioned in the Upanishads. Bhagavan doesn't accumulate karma, even when he is there in the human body. Sharirastopi kaunteya na karoti na lipyate. They did not realize Lakshmana also killed Ravana's son Indrajit. There was no sin for Lakshmana, and Lakshmana never did any Shiva Pratishta. Before Rama and Lakshmana in Sundarakanda, Hanuman killed Ravana's son Akshakumara, who was also a Brahmin. Hanuman did not get any Brahmahatya dosham. Hanuman did not do any Shiva Pratishta to overcome the sin of killing a Brahmin. Lakshmana did not do any Shiva Pratishta to overcome the sin of killing a Brahmin. But they ascribed the sin of killing a Brahmin to Rama and made him do a Shiva Pratishta, all these things. You can understand how hollow this kind of philosophy is, how shallow it is. But people don't have the time to sit and analyze things like that. That's why all these mistakes. You're right, Bhagavan doesn't have any karma. You got your answer, Hema?
Not really, Swamiji. She's just listening. Not really.
What else is bugging you, Hema? Show me one mistake Rama made or Krishna made, then I'll tell you it's not a mistake. Krishna did not steal butter. Every house belongs to him. You go to your own house, you go to your own kitchen, you open the refrigerator door, you take you take a small packet of chocolate milk and you drink. You're not stealing. It is your house. Every house belongs to Krishna. So he went to his own house and took the butter. How can it be stealing? Unfortunately, the people are thinking, oh, Krishna's house is only with Yashoda and Nanda. Krishna came to my house. That is their ignorance to think that is their house. No, that house is also Krishna's house. Every house is Krishna's house. Therefore, Krishna never stole anything. Krishna never told a lie. Yashoda asked the question, Krishna, did you steal butter? Did you go to others' houses, Krishna, and steal butter? Krishna said, Mom, I never went to others' houses, Mom. Yes, that is the truth. Every house belongs to him. He never went other because we are there covered by Maya. We are thinking Yashoda and Nanda's house only belongs to Krishna. Rest of the houses belong to Gopikas. That is a mistake. We make a mistake and we don't understand Krishna. So we are thinking Krishna made a mistake. Krishna never makes a mistake. You got it?
Yes, Swamiji.
For that, in mathematics, there is a simple rule. Reena, try to explain your daughter sometime. Rule number one, Krishna never makes a mistake. Rule number two, if you make a mistake thinking that Krishna made a mistake, you follow what I'm saying, Reena? If you make a mistake thinking Krishna might have committed a mistake, rule number three, go back to rule number one. Krishna never makes a mistake. You got it, Reena?
Yes, Swamiji.
It is we who are mistaking that Krishna made a mistake, but Krishna never made a mistake. It is our mistake. We did not understand Krishna. So we are thinking Krishna made a mistake. We never understood Rama. Therefore, we are thinking Rama made a mistake. But Rama never made a mistake. Krishna never made a mistake. Revati question. Srikriti question. I requested all of you for this Sunday sessions come with hundreds of questions. I'm very happy that little girl asked that question. See how beautiful that question is. If we make a mistake, Krishna will find fault with us, punish us. If God makes a mistake, who will? Then came the wonderful reply, Anaditvat Nigunatvat Paramatmayam Avyeha Sharirastu Vikaunteya Nakarode Nalipyate. Namam Karmani Limpanti Name Karmapale Spruha.
Swamiji, other than Rama, Krishna, if other gods like Shiva, all somehow they did some mistakes, maybe, right?
They are gods, they are not Bhagavan. So even when Shiva made a mistake, Krishna corrected that. Krishna gave them the punishment. Brahma made a mistake, Krishna corrected him, Krishna gave the punishment. Indra made a mistake, Krishna made them realize and come and fall at the feet and ask for forgiveness. Because they are also individual souls, but they're at a higher level. They are also individual souls, but at a higher. Yes, that's why they make mistakes. Did not Indra show his arrogance before Krishna? Mistake. Afterwards, he came and fell at the feet of Krishna as for forgiveness. Did not Brahma make a mistake in stealing the cows, the calves, and the cowhead boys of Krishna? It is a mistake.
Yeah.
He came and fell at the feet of Krishna as for forgiveness. Did not Shankara made a mistake in fighting on behalf of Banasura with Krishna? He made a mistake. Afterwards, he came and said in Ahirvya Samhita, Atoham apite dasaha idamatva namamyaham. Therefore, yes, as individual jivatmas, we make mistakes. But as elevated jivatmas, they immediately realize their mistake and come and fall at the feet of Krishna and ask for forgiveness and wipe it out. We, as lower level jivatmas, we make mistakes, but we never think of asking for forgiveness. So our mistakes will keep on increasing like a mountain. So we cannot compare Devi Devatas with Bhagavan. Devi Devatas are also jivatmas like you and me, but they're at an elevated level, they're at a higher level. We are all passengers in a plane. Somebody had only $1,000, they bought a ticket in economy class. Somebody had $3,000, they bought a ticket in business class. Somebody had $5,000, they bought a ticket in first class. All are passengers only in the same flight. But their level is different. Same thing here. Srikriti, your turn. Revati, questions?
Swamiji, what is the proof that the Atmas are there all the time? Like Atmas forever.
Where is the proof that?
That Atmas were forever lasting, like they were there. They're as old as Narayana.
Oh, where is the proof? That is what exactly I said. Read Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 12th verse. Natte vaham jatu nasam natte nimejana nacheva nabhavishyamah sarve vayam ataswaram. You, me, everyone, including Indra, Brahma, Rudra, everyone, were there existing right from day one. And we will continue to exist. It is like a simple science statement. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. If one form of energy disappears, it will reappear in the potential in a different form of energy. When a ball is there at a higher, when a stone is there at a higher level, it is having potential energy. When it drops, that potential energy is transformed into kinetic energy. So energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. If potential energy disappears, it will reappear as kinetic energy. Simple as that. You are now as a human being. If this human body disappears, that doesn't mean your soul is dead. Your soul will acquire another body proportionate to the karma that you have to go through. So souls are never created nor destroyed. If one form of a body occupied by a soul disappears, the soul accepts another body and reappears. Simple law of conservation of energy.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Go ahead. Go ahead, ma'am. Srikriti, your turn. No questions?
No, Swamiji.
You will only give answers and no questions? Okay, Revati, questions. Okay, anyone of you, ma? Any question that I can help you, ma? Even the same thing. That little girl asked, how do I know we were there ever existing? Arjuna is asking the same question in the 4th chapter. Aparam bhavato janma param janma viswadaha. Krishna, sun god, was there before you. This is at the beginning of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna lived on the planet Earth for 125 years. 36 years before his leaving the planet Earth was Kurukshetra war. 125 minus 36, how much? 89. Krishna was 89 years old, same age as Arjuna. So, when Krishna said, millions of years back, I taught this Bhagavad Gita to sun god, Arjuna is asking, Krishna, if I am 89, you are also 89 years old. How could you teach this Bhagavad Gita to sun god who is there trillions of years back? Now Krishna says, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna, tanyam ven sarvani napam vetapadantapa. Arjuna, yourself, myself, and every one of us have taken millions and millions of births. Because I am the Supreme Lord, I remember everything. Because you are an ordinary Jivatma, you don't remember anything. That is the difference between soul and a super soul. Same thing. You say always Bhagavad Gita, what about science? Good. Go to your internet. Start searching. Extrasensory perception. Reincarnation. Even a little 4-year-old child who never visited a place that was hundreds of miles away started talking about that place. The puzzled parents, the psychologists, scientists, they took the child to that place. Straight away, that 4-year-old kid walks into that house, identifies everyone there by name, that who was that person's wife before, child before, father before, talks to them and even asks, there should be a wall in this house at this point, what happened? Like that, many, many instances. that the soul will leave one body and will enter another body. That was there even in American journals of psychology and parapsychology, which is a scientific way of explaining reincarnation, rebirth. One form of body disappears, the soul will accept another body and will reappear. Srikriti or Pritika, can you go to Google search and search a couple of things about parapsychology and post to everyone, please?
Okay, Swamiji.
You will find hundreds of cases like that, not one or two hundred. But not everybody remembers the past. 1 in a million. 1 in a million will remember the past lives. Not everybody. If you do not believe the Hindu scriptures, you can believe in the modern science called parapsychology. Extrasensory perception. Will everybody have it? No. Maybe 1 in a million, 1 in 10 million, like that. Okay, next question, please.
Shrimanana Swamiji, can I ask one question? So, Narayana wanted all of us to go, the opportunity to do the right karmas and go to moksham, if that is the goal. So, what is the answer for why there are people within Hinduism itself? There are people who don't believe, and then there are other religions and all who are like even more far away from even knowing what all this is, right? So, why there are such people with different beliefs there, if why Narayana cannot make everyone believe in this?
You are asking one applicant studied only up to 10th grade. So he is eligible only to find a job as a sales guy in CVS Pharmacy. Another applicant did MBA. He applied for a job of Bank of America, New York City branch manager. Government cannot give for a 10th grade student the job of a Citibank manager. Government cannot say a guy who did MBA and came first in Harvard or this thing from a reputed business school can go and work as a sales guy in CVS Pharmacy. Everyone is rewarded according to their own capabilities. Same thing. Every one of us are rewarded according to our own karma. Somebody did punya karma. Krishna gave them an opportunity to become as religious as possible by giving them birth in a wonderful family, religious family, orthodox family. Somebody did extremely good religiously, still missed the salvation. He gave them the birth in a great family of yogis. Somebody did stupid things. Krishna gave them a birth where they can suffer. शुचीनां श्रीमतां गेहे योगभ्रष्टोऽभिजायते अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवति धीमताम्. The guy who did only 10th grade, he can dream about becoming the manager of Citibank New York branch. But a guy who did MBA from Harvard can demand a job as a manager of a Citibank in New York City. Same thing. And Bhagavan rewards everyone according to their karma. But even the fellow who did MBA from Harvard, after becoming a manager of Citibank, can indulge in stupid things, accept a bribe, and get fired and go to jail. But even the guy who did only 10th grade, who joined as a sales guy in CVS, suppose he was very honest in a critical time and he proved his honesty, who knows, he may be promoted as manager of CVS. That's how it is. Got it, Mala?
Yes, Swamiji.
Go ahead, next question.
So basically then the way we understand is this Atmas that was existing always existed with the karmas?
Atma always existed like Bhagavan. Atmas always existed like Bhagavan. And there is no death for Atma.
Right. So they did have also some kind of qualification based on which they got birth on where based on that, right?
Exactly. That is what Krishna says in the second chapter, 20th verse in Bhagavad Gita. न जायते मृत्येव कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Atma is never dead. Atma is never born. Atma is eternal. Atma is without birth. Aja, without birth. Nitya, eternal. Shashvata will be there eternally. Purano was extremely old. Got it? So there was no time when you were not existing, I was not existing. You were there existing during the time of Krishna. I was there existing during the time of Krishna. We were there existing during the time of Rama. We were there existing during the time of Narasimha. Maybe somewhere as a cat, somewhere as a mosquito, somewhere as a plant. But we were existing. We didn't get an opportunity. Now in this life, our karma has come to some kind of a maturity. So people are thinking of doing Sharanagati and going back to Vaikuntham. For other people, it is not. Even when we were there as human beings, who knows? We might have joined Ravana's group. Who knows when we might have joined Duryodhana's group. Not everybody did Sharanagati when Krishna was there. Very few people did Sharanagati when Rama was there. Okay, Rama behaved like a human being. Krishna behaved like de facto Bhagavan right from day one. But not everybody did Sharanagati. Not everybody accepted Krishna as Bhagavan. Why, for that matter? Why talk about ordinary people? Even the great person Bhishma, who talked about this Krishna is the Paramapurusha, still he only begged Krishna to permit him to leave the body. Why he did not ask Krishna, forgive all my offenses, accept my Sharanagati and give moksham? He did not. He did not, and Krishna did not give him moksham. He went back to Swargam to join his duty again as a Vasu. Because that Paratantram did not come, he still had the freedom. Okay, let me go and join that job. From there, I will do Bhakti Yoga, I will go to Vaikuntham. That's why he did not ask. Why the thought did not come? Why the hell I should go to that Swargam? Krishna, you are the Paramapurusha who can give moksham. Give me moksham right now, Krishna, time to go. He did not. That's what we should understand. Whereas that simple potter, Dadi Bhanda, when Gopikas are chasing, Krishna had no place to hide. He requested the potter. Potter said, get into the pot, I'll sit on you, nobody will know. Good. The girls came, they could not find Krishna, they went away. Krishna said, okay, my dear potter, get up, I have to come out. He said, no, I won't get up. Why? You promised to give me moksham, I'll get up. How do you know I'll give moksham? Come on, Krishna. I know you are the Supreme Lord. If you're a baby, as a 1-month-old baby, how could you kill Putana? As a 1-year-old baby, how could you show Vishwarupam to your mother? They think I can't understand, Krishna. You are the Supreme Lord. Give me more promise to give you moksham, I'll get up. Okay, I'll promise to give you moksham, get up. No, I won't get up. What else? I gave you moksham. What else you want? Give moksham to my pot also. All right. I'll give moksham to your pot also, get up. So how come a simple potter got the wisdom to ask moksham from Krishna? How come the greatest learned man, Bhishma, did not have the mental makeup to ask Krishna for moksham? Karma. Same thing in every instance. Draupadi was in trouble being disrobed. She prayed to Krishna and got thousands of saris. Good. Everybody knows Krishna can get back to life even a dead person. Krishna's teacher Sandipani's son died. He asked, get my son back to life. Krishna got him back to life. Devaki Devi requested Krishna, get my firstborn 6 kids who are killed by Kamsa back to life. Krishna got them back to life. Everybody knows. Then how come Krishna's own sister Subhadra, her only son Abhimanyu dead. How come she did not ask, get my son back to life? Draupadi, who knows Krishna can do anything? Draupadi was in Delhi. Krishna was in Dwaraka, somewhere in Gujarat. But still, Draupadi prayed. Krishna gave saris even 10,000, even thousands of miles away. Then how come all Draupadi's 5 children are killed when they were sleeping? How come Draupadi did not ask Krishna, get my son back to life? But look at Uttara, the little girl. Subhadra did not ask. Subhadra's son Abhimanyu is dead. Abhimanyu's wife Uttara. Uttara said, Krishna, something is burning. The fetus inside my womb. Protect me. Krishna became a mini Krishna, 1 centimeter Krishna, small little Krishna. Went through her nose into her womb and protected that unborn fetus. When Uttara can ask that, how come Subhadra did not ask? How come Draupadi did not ask? How come Bhima did not ask, Krishna, get my son Ghatotkacha back to life? How come Uttara asked for it? Uttara asked, Krishna did it. Subhadra did not ask, Krishna did not do it. Draupadi did not ask, Krishna did not do it. Dadipanda asked for salvation, Krishna gave him. Bhishma did not ask, therefore, Tavasmiti cha yachate. We should beg. We should beg Krishna. I am yours. Give me moksham. I surrender to you. That is called Saranagati. Sakrudeva prapannaya tava asmiti cha yachate abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dadami. So we have to beg tava asmi iti yachate. Same thing Krishna. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. You do Sharanagati. You got it, ma'am?
Swamiji, one question, Swamiji. In the Dadipanda story, Swamiji, how can the pot get moksha, Swamiji?
Krishna can give anything. Come on, pot also can go to Vaikuntham and become a nice pot of butter for Krishna in Vaikuntham. It is not that pots are not available in Vaikuntham. Pot can also get moksha.
But a pot is Achitana, Swamiji. It doesn't have Atma, no?
It doesn't have to have Atma. Even material thing Krishna can take to Vaikuntham. Because if it is a pot here, Srikruti gets angry at the pot, she will break it, she will drop it, it is broken. It goes to Vaikuntham, it will never break. Here, if it is a pot, Srikruti may use it for making yogurt, keeping yogurt and eat. Somebody may use it for pot to drink water. Somebody may use it to store alcohol and drink. But if the pot goes to Vaikuntham, it will be filled with celestial nectar, serving all the eternally liberated souls and the liberated souls. Krishna can do anything. He is the big boss.
Swamiji, then what form will the pot have when it's in Vaikuntham, Swamiji?
It can have any form. Krishna wants it as a pot, he will keep it as a pot. Krishna wants it as a rose plant, he will make it a rose plant. Krishna wants it as a cow, he can make it as a cow. Anything he wants.
Okay, Swamiji.
Even you did Sharanagati Srikriti. When you go to Vaikuntham, you can be whatever you want. You want to become exactly like Krishna? Oh, sure. He will give you 4 hands. He will give you Shankha Chakra Gada Padmam. You will wear Pitambaram. You will look almost like Krishna. The only thing, you cannot become the husband of Mahalakshmi. You cannot give moksham to other jivatmas. You cannot create universes. And you will not have Srivatsam on your chest. Other than that, you will look exactly like Krishna. You want to be like Lakshmana? You will be like Lakshmana. You want to be like Hanuman? You can be like Hanuman. Anything you want.
Okay, Swamiji. Nare. Swamiji, so if you want to you want to clear all your sins, is it true that if you bathe in like a holy river like Yamuna or Ganga, is it true that your sins go away?
Provided you don't make them tomorrow. What they do, they go to Ganga, they take bath. Okay, whatever you did till this morning, gone. But they come out and start smoking. Again got sin. They start eating meat. Again got. That works only once. But again you commit the mistake and go, no, it won't work. Forgiveness is only for the first time, not repeated forgiveness for the same mistake. Okay?
Okay, Narayan. Thank you, Swamiji.
Yeah. Okay, ma. We managed up to 12 o'clock. I really have to go up. So please, next Sunday, come up with all your questions. We will have 1 hour session again. Narayana,
Narayana, Swamiji. Narayana.